Hi folks, in this video we want to discuss a residential machine, or if there's even such thing as a residential machine. Now, we don't sell so-called residential machines based on residential home use or a machine that might only be used once or twice a week. We're only building commercial machines. So you can see as far as the bodies go, we're all stainless steel. We're using really the best of all components, and whether you feel that pushes the price up a little bit too much for a residential user, that may or may not be the case. Now, the reason why we don't make a cheaper machine is twofold. One is because we don't want to make a cheaper machine. We don't want to make a machine that could possibly break down or have more of a chance of breaking down. And the other thing is because we're making these machines in commercial grade, we're buying commercial components from all the suppliers in Italy. Now, for us to kind of change gears and make a residential machine, if we developed a plastic body, we'd have to make a mold for that, or if we developed even a stainless or a cheaper steel body, we'd have to make a mold and a design for that. We'd have to source cheaper components, we'd have to source a cheaper boiler, a cheaper heater, and to do that, my manufacturer says, is almost as expensive as continuing to make the machines that we're making in commercial grade. So we realize that we have more and more residential people that are kind of upgrading themselves over to commercial machines, but we don't actually make a residential machine. Now, one of the main questions we get is, can our machines be used for residential use? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, the one thing I'll say is that we don't want residential users buying the 125 machine. This machine is a little bit too big. It's a little bit too much overkill because this one, although it's not that big in size, it is a little bit heavy. Sitting here now with water, if you had water in the tanks and water in the boiler, that machine would weigh over 50 pounds. And if you have a two-story house, getting that up and down stairs, we don't recommend it because we don't recommend grabbing the machine from the bottom when it's hot because it can make the bottom panel hot. And 125, which is now 135 PSI, that's generally too much for household cleaning. If you're cleaning your refrigerator, your stove top, your counters, your bathrooms, 135 PSI is too much pressure, and the injection feature in most cases you're not going to use. So to spend that kind of money to clean your house, we actually do not recommend this machine for residential use. We recommend saving the money and going to either, this is our 100 refill machine, now at 110, or what's not pictured is the 75 machine with the boiler cap. Those are the two machines that you can definitely use inside your home. And obviously you see the stature is not too big, there's a carry handle, the wheels have casters on them, they roll around very easily. And even full of water, these machines are only between 23 and 25 pounds. So if you can handle that kind of weight, this machine is easier to get up and down stairs. And obviously as commercial grade, it's still gonna do residential use, it's just gonna be made for commercial use. And again, our commercial machines are made for 8-10 hours a day, 5-6 days a week use. So if you're a residential user and you're buying one of our commercial machines, obviously it's going to work for that purpose. But as a residential user, we would say don't buy the 125 machine for residential use. So hopefully that clears up some of the questions and confusions on our machines for residential use. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.